difference that you can see with Latvia not having a Spanish defender breathing down, right up in her face. She has time. And Zato is going to put up a short jumper. And they call him the foul on Steinberger for boxing out Ress.
I think it's an over-the-back call.
Okay. Just the way they're looking at it, no question about it.
Yeah. And, that's a great box out by Steinberger.
You do occasionally see these players penalized for boxing out, though.
Yeah.
Although sometimes it's because they're wrapping
Catherine
them up.
Ress has had it done to her. She was on the other end of that.
Now, an offensive foul call against Latvia. Yeah, I mean, probably the most controversial.
At least the games that we did.
I'm not saying it was a bad call. I'm just saying she was called. It was boxing out
She was boxing out Hollingsworth
in the game against Turkey.
They gave the foul against her.
With the game tied.
And with the game tied, and Hollingsworth ended up hitting 1 for 2, and they lost by 1. They did have a shot at the end of the game. Let's not forget that. They had an opportunity to win it.
So Italy still without points. Viitala, Laksa again wide open. And Italy don't look quite as energetic right now, which might be a cause for concern for Capobianco, the coach, Andrea Capobianco. Krastina drives in and 5-0. I think if we see another stop and another score from Latvia, Capobianco is going to get a timeout. No, Zandalicini, even she throws it over the rim. That doesn't bode well for Italy, because she's been pretty accurate even from the off. Both of these teams did not play. Oh, here we go. Yesterday, they had the day off, and Giotto draws the foul from Krastina.
And you talk about they had the day off, a well-deserved day off. It's a good job just drawing contact, trying to get the shot up. And sometimes that can be good or bad. Maybe with the day off, they had more time to think about that disappointing loss. And I do think Italy had a chance to beat Belgium. I mean, Belgium came out and had an amazing first quarter. One of some of the best basketball, offensively especially, that I have seen in this tournament. But Italy stuck around. They came back. They made runs. They ended up losing by 13, but it was a lot closer than the score would predict. Look at that hustle.
Right. That's much better, and this is why she's a special player. She doesn't just take possessions off. She gets after you on both ends. It's going to be a Euro step. That was called for the travel.
And this is what I'm saying. I don't necessarily believe that that's a travel, because we are taught to do that. But that being said, if the refs are going to call it, which we've seen, but they just need to call it consistently. All of them do every game. And we have seen the step through be called, and then we've also seen people get away with it. So I don't know if the refs need to talk to the federations and explain what kind of a step through does work and then what one is a turnover, because people don't know, athletes don't know.
Well, nice drive down the middle from Chinili. Nobody picked her up, and that will no doubt annoy Zebarts, the coach. Krastina as well gets rejected by Zandalicini.
She is so athletic. I mean, so far.
There was a little bit of emphasis on this one, wasn't there?
There was. I can't say enough about her game. I love watching her play.
Yeah. We're going to have to get selfies with her after this. You know that. The drive.
We're going to say, we saw you become a superstar. People are going to know her. If they didn't before, they are going to know her name now.
Well, there's no doubt. And Laksa has it. I mean, she was well known because she was MVP last year, under 20s. And Laksa picks it up and barely. And that got away with a double dribble, but maybe the ball was knocked out of her hands. And traveling again, the second traveling call on Vasco.
Yeah, and that was a travel. You're taught especially in European basketball, to
Look at that
cross over.
projection.
Look at it.
Let's
She
look at
times
again.
it so well.
And great refereeing, no call, no foul. Zandalicini, oh, terrific help defense there from Vitola. And I also think that Vitola probably is a player that deserves. She looked the part really against Spain. I thought she looked good.
Yeah, she
I
did.
mean, there were moments where she
I
looked
think
really good.
her and Putinina,
Yeah, they were the ones.
they were the ones who, you know, they didn't back down. They weren't intimidated. They were trying to get things going for a Latvian team that really offensively could not get a
Yeah.
lot going. They didn't have one, I would say, easy, clean look in the first half.
Vitola out of control there. But Laxa drives in, and her shooting woes continue. Zandalicini, and off to the left. You know, it's awfully difficult to perform really offensively, jump shooting wise, at the level that she has for an entire tournament.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if she's a little tired.
You know, 19.2 points a game as a 21-year-old.
And what about that from Bosco? She was wanting the 4-point play.
She says, all right, I'm not going to travel this time. I'm just going to shoot the ball. You know, Zandalicini, 19.2 on 53.5% shooting. So that's hard to do that 6 games in a row.
And she was fouled and by Bosco. And Bosco says, you didn't call the foul when I got hit. Which she has a point. But no, there was no foul there.
No, if there was a little touch on the hand, it was after the shot.
Oh, come on, Gunta. Gunta. Oh, Captain Rest is in a little bit of pain. I've seen her hold that shoulder before. She had an injury there? Ooh.
She might
Like
have got
a crick or something in her neck?
Yeah.
Vitola comes out. Laxa comes out. Nina comes in. And Jakatsoni rather, comes in.
And like I mentioned, Putinina against Spain, she had 15 points, and she's only averaging 5.6 from the tournament, so she really stepped up her game, especially in that second half. She, you know, when we thought Latvia was going to go on a run, she was the one who was a part of that.
I think as she makes the free throws, Gunta Bosco has convinced herself that she was fouled on the three-pointer she made because she's just talking to the referee and clearly in a state of disagreement.
I'm not sure who won that battle. I'm going to guess the ref.
Yeah, he did. Now Putinina has it right off the bench. And now she's going to catch it down low. Right at Formica, passes it back out. Bosco again. Oh, she's feeling it, so she's the player I think of most when I think of Latvian basketball. Oh, look at Zandalicini. This time goes in and draws the foul. And clearly, Bosco's going to have to stew a little bit.
She's going to come out for that. That's her second foul, and that's, you know, for a veteran leader of this team, Zandalicini had position. I mean,
you got to let it go.
Yeah, you got to let it go. I'm pretty sure they've done a lot of scouting yesterday on their day off, and they know how high Zandalicini can jump. So just let that go. She tried to have three-quarter position. It was a great pass, entry pass, and just let her have 2 points.
Well,
how many and-ones have we seen Zandalicini score in this tournament? That just shows you at her young age how strong she is already. She can take the hit and still finish.
yeah. I mean, we're not her agents, folks. Don't get me wrong.
I would like to be.
Yeah. But whoever you are, agent, you know what? Congratulations. You've done a good job corralling one of the most exciting talents in all of Europe.
Her agent's phone has been ringing since the beginning of this tournament. I'm pretty positive about that.
Back of the rim, stays out. Now Satana, relatively quiet, chased by Steinberger. Formica twists, turns, shoots. Chinili hustles in there, gets the rebound back. Now, Zandalicini starting to warm up a little bit, starting to feel it. Knocks it in. You know,
it's so beautiful. I know.
I was talking to the Latvian, some of the Latvian journalists before the game, and they're stressing how vital, how incredible an opportunity it would be for Latvia to go to the World Cup, because they've never had a men's or women's team make it to a World Cup. So that's what's at stake. And then Satana just threw the ball right off of Zandalicini's face by accident. She tried to tap it. And Cristina, Zandalicini gets it. You can see she's got a red face now. And she's like, what more can I do? And turnover gives it back to Latvia. I wouldn't be surprised to see, I mean, you would think Zandalicini might come out for a breather. She has usually 8 minutes into the quarter, but once again, she is the person who looks the best now shooting the basketball. You don't want to take her out.
You don't.
And not in a game like this.
Exactly.
Dig deep.
But it's tough.
Look at her. Now that is a, well, I don't want to say it's a bad foul, because if Nina puts it down, you can reach in and take it away.
Yeah.
But she's got 4 players around her.
Yeah. She's not going to score. So there's really no need to foul.
And the only thing I'll say about Nina there was she could have just done a simple over the head pass to her teammate for an easy layup. Deep to the back in. Oh, boy, she looks good. Soft touch. And without Ressin there, Formica needs to stand a little bit taller. Oh, beautiful pass. And Formica, Nina did a good job of pushing her out. And Satana, good patience by Italy. They work it to the corner. And now they're up by 4. And Satana, boy, when she gets hot, when she starts looking for her shot like this, you can expect her to go on a little run. Laksa answers finally. And now, Capo Bianco says, how many times have we said this in the pregame? We do not allow Laksa an open 3. And she was about as open as you can imagine. Nice drive from Satana.
Talking about Sotana, she makes her first. She's going to go on a little bit of a scoring run. We've seen her do this so many times. You know, in the close game against Belgium, she had 0 points at halftime, and then she had 9 points in the third quarter almost. And you know, you like a player to be able to do that. Maybe you want a little bit more consistency throughout the game, but she is someone who, if she gets hot, watch out, because she can score inside, outside. She can go to a pull-up. And, you know, that's eventually going to open up things for Zandalicini, Adato, to have more open looks for them.
Well, Satana said, okay, let's ride my... She's almost like the leader of the peloton, isn't she? She said basically now, she's like, follow me. I'll ride into the headwind for a while.
Yeah, and we've seen her do that all tournament. We really have.
We'll do it for a spell, and then somebody else will take over. Zandalicini again! Another block. And it triggers the break. She gets the ball to Chinili. And then Chinili needs to be a little bit more intelligent.
Yes. You know, that's just a missed opportunity. That should have been 2 points.
And meanwhile, look who's into the game. Babkina. So clearly the information that she was out for 2 weeks was erroneous. The stakes are too high. She's playing.
They didn't want anyone to know that she was going to make an appearance tonight, maybe. You know, and then maybe they didn't want to say anything if they didn't know.
And Italy respond. And the drive, and Zandalicini has it to Babkina. She's been out for a while. And Satana. Now Babkina has it. I mean, she looks okay.
She does, yeah. She doesn't look like she's limping. We're not sure what the injury was, though.
Just finding out right now.
I think they said maybe soft tissue.
Putnina. Oh, beautiful play. Her three-point shot has come to the floor, hasn't it? She's knotted it. She hit a couple against Spain.
Yeah, and you know, traditionally playing for Latvia, playing on her club teams, she's known as a three-point shooter as well. She's, you know, we would say a stretch four.
Babkina's open. And now Laksa. Oh boy, they dodged the bullet, and Capobianco is going to have a word. I mean, obviously, if you extend the defense to guard the threes, it opens things up. But if Latvia hit the threes, and they have been hitting some threes, then you have to readjust. In fact, they gave Latvia a 2 last one and not a 3. So it's 18-17. Initially, they signaled 3.
I think they were the refs were checking if it was a 3 or a 2. And so yeah, they did. And you know, we were just actually reading up on what the refs can go to the scores table and look up. So yeah, they changed it back to a 3-pointer.
So
That's the advantage of video replay.
Final several seconds here of the quarter, and Satana goes up, and Kripa, who's checked in, gets the offensive rebound. There's only 0.2 seconds.
And see, that last shot by Sotana, great player, but I think she forced it. And this is what we've seen from her sometimes during this tournament. She'll start hitting a few shots, and then she forces a few when I think they should have got the ball.
Formica has to understand the situation.
0.2, technically, actually, I think it's 0.4. You have to tip it in.
I thought 0.3. I think, yeah. I mean, anyway, it doesn't matter. It's 18. So they have ruled it a 3-pointer in the end. It's 18 apiece after 1.
You know, nothing too surprising. 10 threes in the first quarter. That's a large amount of shot attempts from 3.
So the game is every bit as good as we expected. And to be honest, it's a mixture of disappointment that these teams have endured with the realization that they still have much to play for. And I think it almost seems as if both teams are equal in that respect. They both are, you know, you could tell they're still carrying a little bit of a hangover, per se, from the defeat. But they're trying to raise their level because they know that there's much to play for, and coupled with the fact that they've been playing a lot of basketball, so you have a lot of tiredness setting in.
Yeah, this is the 6th game for both of these teams, and you know, you train for this, but it gets tiring. And like you said, they have had to endure defeats. They have had to endure close defeats that take so much out of you physically and mentally. And I think, you know, mind you, 18 points apiece, can't really get much closer than that. 18 is a good amount for a first quarter. That's a lot of points. So these two teams have to be tired, but you know, you push through. There's a lot on the line in this game, and you have to push through and give it your all.
And Kripa drives in, puts it up off the glass.
I love what Kripa brings off the bench. She's aggressive. She's exceptionally aggressive on defense, but she's smart.
And now over to Satana. Pulls up, doesn't hesitate. Steals it! It's good! And suddenly Catherine Rest, neck pain or whatever, is smiling. Satana has reeled off 10 points. We've seen the good, the bad, the ugly from her, and right now we're seeing the excellent. Timeout, Latvia.
And you know, I just talked about how I think at the end of that the first quarter, Sotana forced a shot, but then she comes out and she does this for you. So it's the give and the take, you know. You're going to make mistakes as an athlete. The game is incredibly fast. No one's perfect. Coaches are perfect. Refs aren't perfect. But, you know, that's just, she has so much confidence. I mean, you know, you could call her a veteran on this team. She's still young, only late 20s. But she brings so much. And this is a good timeout because if you start letting Italy get going and other people are stepping up, I mean, it's not, Zandalicini has 5 points, which is great in one quarter, but when you let someone like Sotana already have 10 points, you need to figure out a way to slow her down and make the people who haven't scored a lot in this tournament score for Italy.
Has got the bit between the teeth right now, and that allows Zandalicini as well to catch a breather. It's so important when somebody else can just take over like that. Kripa bumps Gunter Basko. I think sometimes as well, I mean, probably that's the strength of Basko, is to put the ball on the deck and go to the basket. I mean, would you rather her take a difficult three?
No, I want her to be aggressive right now. Kripa's guarding her, and she has an advantage. And Basko could post up. She could post up smaller guards.
But I was thinking, I mean, if you're Kripa,
you want Basko to shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
as
exactly,
opposed to
from
going to the
outside,
basket.
yeah.
So why do you go out so much and she's just going to go right past you? Anyway, Chato. And that's what I've seen oftentimes. It seems like they extend the defense too far on some players. And the drive, and they're going to call. Nope, it's going to be before the shot. But Steinberger meanwhile.
I mean, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Way before the shot. Yeah, absolutely.
But Steinberger's, as well as Basko, they've come out with a little bit of fire out of that timeout and looking a lot more assertive. This one's going to go to the wire, folks. And Zandalicini's going to come back in. She wants to play. She says, Coach, put me back in. And I think it's a size thing. If you get Zandalicini out there, you've got Pana. It's much harder. It should be. And, boy, what a colossal opportunity. Or an opportunity was a colossal mistake.
And you know what? This might be the physique that we're seeing. Oh, beautiful
nice
pass.
To Rest. Once again, Satana wheeling and dealing.
And you know what? They're worried about Sotana, and that's why you saw the post defense step up and help, and then you had a wide open Rest.
Steinberger just out of the flow, quick three, not a good look. Christina's going to come in at the next dead ball. Now Pana, she's hit some threes, and Rest with the rebound. And she's going to come in for Laxa. I think defensively, you probably gained something with Christina. She's pretty tenacious out there. So now you got 2 point guards. And Latvia are able to push the ball off the floor a little bit quicker. Another foul called on Latvia.
And you know, typically a lot of teams, their shooting guard is a little taller than Sotana, for example. So it's not a bad idea by the Latvian coach to go with Christina and Babkina because they match up height-wise with Dato and Sotana. So yeah, I don't disagree with this. I think it's good, and I think Latvia needs to get a little bit more speed and momentum on offense.
Into Rest, and Rest finished well. She's struggled, but she's finishing now. And the lead is 27-18. And this is We've seen Italy in this position so many times in this tournament, and not once have they been able to just blow the game wide open.
No, they haven't. They've really had some shooting and scoring lows for long periods of time. I'm not talking 1 or 2 possessions. I'm talking 3 or 4 minutes.
How would you assess their shooting looking at that?
You know, I think what I like there is you don't see Italy going to the 3. They're starting now, being aggressive, trying to get 2s, and as soon as you start scoring in the paint, it's going to open up more wide open opportunities from 3. I think Latvia are settling for some long shots right now, and you know,
what about the rebounding? Is that a concern for Latvia?
No, you know, maybe give yourselves a couple more chances with some offensive rebounds. You don't see a lot of people going to the boards. Maybe they need to send 3 people to the boards, especially if they're shooting 3s. You know they're going to be long rebounds, so the guards need to be able to rebound there.
No, I credited Satana with that last assist, but I was wrong, actually. It was Pena who got the ball to rest. So give credit where it's due, or maybe they're wrong. Maybe they missed it.
Yeah, it for sure was.
Satana.
It was absolutely Sotana. She's having a little bit of a shoelace issue.
Yeah. They should go back and look. 10 points, 1 rebound. We got her down for 3 assists, leading the team. I think she was the. I remember when she played at the under-20 European Championship back in 2007. She was outstanding.
She's 27 now, so.
What can Latvia do? They're going to try to get a high percentage shot. But Nina, shot clock winding down, turns, puts it up. Great position down low from Viitola. And that was a good set. That was a case of, right, let's get the ball inside. Let's try to get something a little closer to the basket. Let's get in there and rebound. Zandalicini has a little shoulder neck problem.
You know, there's probably a lot of aches and pains going on this late in the tournament for some of these players.
Viitola from the corner. Pena chases, shields Steinberger. Pena was
having trouble getting control there of the ball.
And long one. And Satana missed. She might come out now after that, actually. Maybe she's getting a little tired. Pena was scrapping, keeping it alive. Remember the point we made. Italy have had their opportunity to blow games open, and they haven't. Now.
So I think Latvia is back in that sort of matchup zone where they have Viitola, you know, the tallest player on the floor. She's actually at the top of it, which is
nice. Look at Pena bringing
beautiful
something.
Pass.
The Demon Deke, Wake Forest. I wonder if there are any people back in Winston-Salem watching this one.
Not sure at this time.
Might be.
7 a.m.
Rise and shine.
You know, I'm sure her coaches are actually.
Steinberger. And Pena picks up. Do you remember the first game that they played and they won against Belarus? She really helped set the tone for a good Eurobasket coming off the bench.
She did.
With Zandalicini.
She checked in, and her first shot, she nailed that 3. And we said, uh-oh. Italy has some young talent.
Steinberger. They just are so hot and cold, Italy. It's incredible, and we're gonna see if they can take advantage of this, building this cushion rather. Talk about hitting dry spells today. Certainly, this Latvia team struggles as well in that respect. Satana comes out so far, probably the most valuable player of the team. For today, although Zandalicini has come out and hit a couple of shots and made some plays on defense. Oh, nice find. Pena didn't catch it. I mean, really, it was a good pass.
Yeah, it was. That was a good
Sandlesini
one.
saying it was her fault, but
Pena saying, no, my fault.
I think she could have had that one. Lisa Pena from Bergamo, Italy. Nice town. We got the Upper Bergamo and Lower Bergamo. Oh, nice D, and Zandalicini goes past Putnina, and now Putnina will be happy that the call was not made because she tried to foul to stop the break, and I think it's up to the jurisdiction. I mean, I'm sure that has to be a foul, isn't it? I think the referee can decide if it's going to stop the break.
Yeah.
Just let the flow of the game go. I mean, I got to be honest. We've talked about this before. I hate when I see people foul to stop a fast break. Giotto. Oh, Basco takes it. She's going to go all the way, and Zandalicini thought about going for the block, but up 9, elects not to, and now Basco has 5 points, and Capobianco decides to call timeout. And I think Zandalicini just thought, you know what, I might be able to block this, but I'm just going to let it go.
Yeah, I don't think it's, that's a smart move from the 21-year-old because you don't want to see her get her second foul. You have 5 minutes left in the second quarter, risk of getting her third. You're up 9 at the time, up 7 now. I think that was a good decision.
Ragazzi, abbiamo perso troppi palloni anche adesso.
Italy, looking at the leading scorers, since we're talking about Pena, you know, she was, in 2014, was a member of the all-tournament team at the Under-20 European Championship with Italy. That was a few years ago, so I guess it's no surprise, really, that she's kind of found herself here at the Eurobasket Women so soon in her international career.
And before this tournament, we knew Italy had a good mix of veterans and a good mix of young talent. And we're really, we've talked about other teams. We've talked about France. We've talked about teams that have young generations who have done well in their respective U17, U18, and now having an opportunity. And how exciting is that for these federations moving forward? Obviously they want to make it to the World Cup next year in Spain, and all these young kids are going to be a year older, a year's worth of experience, which is a lot in a young career. So I think Italy has a very bright future with these with the talent that they have already.
Look at Zandalicini. Great defense.
I think she's tired.
Steinberger. The only problem is you take her out of the game. You lose offense even while she is tired. Look, she's going to pull up. She's going to make it.
What did I just say?
Exactly.
I think she's tired.
If she's tired,
thank you for
let her be
proving me
tired.
wrong. I love her. I love her game. I think she has so much talent already, and she's only going to get better.
Yeah, she is.
Which is scary to think about.
Yeah, you're looking at potential MVP of this tournament down the road. If they had been able to beat Belgium and get to the semifinals. But then don't forget, we actually had Evina Maltzi, when she led Greece to victory in this very game in 2009, she was named the MVP of the tournament in 2009. So it's not out of the realm of possibility.
It's not.
It depends.
I think it depends on how other players play today.
But also,
tomorrow.
what's her final stats from today?
Yeah, I agree with you.
And also the game, what type of game is it? And is she going to hit like a game-winning 3, whatever? You never know.
And as much as it's about stats, it's also about, you don't have to be the high scorer of the tournament, but how much do you bring to your country and your team? How much do you do for them? And she's really doing it all. The reasons they have won games, stayed close in games, is because of her, in my opinion. Yeah. And that's what an MVP is. It doesn't have to be the highest scorer. It doesn't have to be the highest rebounder, but how much do you bring to your team and winning?
The points in the paint, you saw 16 for Italy. Oh, look at the contact. And 8 for Latvia, which is why we saw them, D-Barts getting to go inside. kind of in the Latvian DNA there to put up a lot of threes. And we're going to see from Basko. And what? Looky here now. They were up 11, and now the lead has been trimmed down to just 5. So the point about Italy not really being able to step on the accelerator when they get on top. And I don't know what you do in that situation. If you're the coach, it's not like he tells those guys, okay, you can stop scoring. Now we got a big lead for Basko, and if they hit this one, Basko wide open, go! And just like that, the lead is down to 2.
And, you know, every coach knows that basketball is a game of runs. So it's how you handle that other team going on a run. And this is where we've seen Italy kind of crumble.
Well, they work it to Masiadri. Good, that was good patience that time. We talk about veterans. Masiadri has been around. Masiadri has been around for a while, hasn't she? Well, Basko just hit a 3 for Nina. Look at this, good ball movement again. Steinberger, well, she gets in the lane and he hits it. I thought maybe she should have dumped it over to Vitola, who was open, but suddenly Latvia looked a little transformed here offensively. Kripa drives it in, and Steinberger and Putnina somehow fell asleep on the baseline. There was no talking. And again, Vitola gets it, puts it up, follows the shot. Oh, she's going to be upset with herself on that one. Satana up to Zandalasini, and that is how Italy want to play basketball. They want to push it quickly.
They are so much better when they move fast. I mean, when they play in the quarter court on offense is when it's not their style. They don't really get, beautiful pass. Good read
feed
by Vitola as well. You realize, you know, both the defenders kind of went out with the guard.
Zandalasini says, I can play at this pace, and she knocks in another 3.
Well, she might be MVP candidate.
But quickly, and Basko drives down now Masiadri, and Italy says, we can do this. This is our game. Zandalasini, oh, it rattles out. She would have gone to 15 points if that one had fallen. Man, this game is exciting. Back to 42-34. Latvia had got it all the way back, but the veteran Masiadri hits this 3, and Zandalasini catching the long pass, and Satana just puts it up.
You know, I said this game is about runs. And you know, I've questioned how Italy plays when the other team goes on a run, but they silenced me.
Well, she was open. What was that? One pass?
Which isn't, you know, one pass when they're running in transition fast, but I think in the quarter court, they play very stagnant.
Oh, they get it inside again to Steinberger, and late in the game, Zandalasini here, late in the second quarter, picks up her second foul. She'll stay in the game, though, because there's 18 seconds left, and they'll want her out there for her offense.
Yeah, you know, they should just be going for one shot here. You saw the veteran Masiadri trying to say, no, I was the one who fouled, knowing, hey, we don't want to let our best player even pick up another foul, even if it is only her second. So that was kind of a veteran move that didn't really work out for her. But it's smart, you know, they were both there. You put up your hand. Sometimes the refs, you know, if you have 4 arms around, you don't really know whose arm it was. So, but it didn't work this time. So we see Zandalasini with 13 points, and this is, you know, this is what I like, and I've questioned about Italy at times, because I have felt like her teammates, Zandalasini's teammates, haven't necessarily helped her out when you need other people stepping up, and it's different today. You know, you had Sotana come out, have a great first quarter. You know, she had 10 points. And then people had to start worrying about her, and I think that opened up Zandalasini a little bit. But we've also had contributions from, you know, quick 4 points from Catherine Rez. You know, Masiadri checks in. She maybe an ill-advised first shot, but then she knocks down a wide-open 3. And this is what Italy needs to do. You can't win with only one person scoring 19 points. You need other people, and you need other people almost scoring in double digits. And this is what we already have from them in the first half.
Steenbergen, boy, don't you hate it when you're at the line and that happens?
Yeah, ball kind of rolls in and out. And
I mean, it was such a smooth shot. You saw it just kind of like dance around the rim.
you don't really know why it doesn't go in, to be honest.
So Latvia have done well there. I mean, they've come back. They've taken a few shots by Italy, but they're only down by 4. Tana doesn't want to go too soon. She gets blocked. Nina.
We've seen her do this in this tournament before, and she didn't need to shoot the ball that early.
Basco. Oh, she's just short.
And that is not a good shot by Sotana. I think you need to run a play, you need to run a high pick and roll, and you need to shoot with less than 8 seconds left. You can't afford. Had Latvia come down before, this is why they're playing.
Second half just started. First quarter, third quarter.
So the second half action underway here in the Prague Arena. Latvia, the white. Laksa, open. Doesn't quite pull the strings. Angelicina brings it back for Italy. And as you said, you know, Italy would like to run. And that's happier when the ball is going up the floor quickly. And Cellini runs baseline. They end up with the Tana. Now Basco, Steenbergen, Vitola, Basco, Steenbergen, and puts up an air ball.
I'm not sure if someone got a tip on that.
Dalto was guarding her, but I wasn't sure how close she was. She's not the tallest player, and I couldn't see her.
And that was great ball movement by Latvia, but maybe they reversed the ball a little bit too much. You know, people gave up good shots.
Oh, they've given Satana a chance to step into one, but she was way off. And the coach applauding, but the foul, nevertheless. 8:44 remaining. Basco drives in and gets the foul.
And that's what you were talking about in the first half where, okay, that being said, she has knocked down threes for them, but you said, you know, I think Basco's better at getting to the basket. And sure enough, I don't think they could stop her. You know, she has had mismatches throughout the course of this game. You know, Kripp has come in and guarded her. Right there, Dotto was guarding her. Dotto, sorry. And you need to get her the ball when she has that kind of a mismatch.
Well, and the problem is, for Italy in that situation, is, let's face it, Latvia have a lot of tall players out there right now. So Dotto is not tall, and she's going to be more susceptible to being posted up. But you want Dotto on the court for everything else that she brings. There she is, pulls up, and she says, I'm not going to get any love from the rim. And now, incredibly, Latvia have a chance to not only tie it, but take the lead if they do nail the three. With Nina, she takes it, and ball goes out. Angelicini, hand in the face by Basco. Satana down the rest on the baseline, 8 on the shot clock. Angelicini's going to cut, and Rest finds an open Chinilli, who had the 3, but she decided to go in. Looked like she had a good look there.
But you know, Vitola's tall. So maybe she even though she was behind her, maybe she was able to, yeah, exactly.
Oh, they get it to Vitola again. And now Latvia have tied it. And Masciadri is going to come into the game. Zandolosini goes baseline. And she is fouled by Pertnina. And that's clearly a case of, you know what, go hard, good things happen sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're not
Look at this replay.
Beautiful. Latvia has great ball movement, and they do a good job of finding the open person. I think when they cut, when they move the ball fast, they get good things. You know, this last offensive possession by you can see Zandolosini on the free throw line right here. I think Pertnina had pretty decent position, and you know, maybe Zandolosini would have scored, but I think she had a good enough position where she probably just should have said, you know, stopped with her hands up and made it a difficult shot instead of fouling, because that's almost a guaranteed, you know, 2 points from Zandolosini.
Well, Pertnina now,
Just with the one foul.
just the one foul, so it's not a horrible foul in that sense. Viitola being aggressive. Off the Laakso. Good! Finally gets one to go down. That's her second of the game, but I mean, it's hasn't been as consistent with that shot, and Latvia have gone in front. Boy, what terrific resilience and determination shown by the Latvians here to come back, and now the turnover. Laakso. And I think Capobianco needs to get another timeout. She's got the bit between the teeth, Laakso, but she gets it to Steenbergen. Oh, Viitola left wide open, and oh boy, Italy rode their luck, because that was online and got front back of the rim and came out.
Score is 45-44. Latvia takes the lead for the first time in the game.
So Tana might have fallen into the knees of the cameraman on the bottom of the baseline.
Another foul. That was an excellent spot by the Serbian referee out on the wing. I mean, that was an easy call, but.
So it's called bumping the cutter, and we're told to do it. You're taught to do it, but the thing is, it's when you kind of bump and then you throw your arms. Did you just her chest? Oh, beautiful little move. It wouldn't have been called, but she did sort of flail her arms forward after she hit her, and that's why it's a foul. And you have to bump cutters, but you have to bump them a certain way.
So Latvia on a 10-2 run here at the start of the second half, and you know what they say, that first 5 minutes of the second half, so crucial in these games. How are they going to start? Well, we've seen it, Latvia. Mentally tough, but Zandolosini is able to post up, and Latvia fell asleep.
They really did.
Almost
that was
unforgivable.
Yeah, and that was, you know, that was, Basco knows better than that.
And Basco goes in and gets rejected by Riss.
He says, not in my house.
Basco looks, I know there had to be some contact. Ref, come on, give me a break.
See, I think that's a hard call from a ref, because as a defensive player, she went for the ball and it was inadvertent contact at the end. Like, the shot was up. She didn't affect, you know what I mean? She didn't change the shot. She didn't hit her wrist on the way up where Basco didn't get her. So what do you do? I mean, in my opinion, Rest went straight up. I think it's a good no call. As an offensive player, I'm pissed off I didn't get the call.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a tough one. That's maybe a decision by the ref as well. You know, I think that's a good no call, though.
One of those calls where you just understand it could go either way.
Yep.
Pertnina was open, passes it up. Now Basco is going to be in the right corner, and Ripa hasn't made the same impact today that she's been making. For whatever reason, hasn't played that much. Dalto gets in. Back outside, Masciadri. Good! The veteran bringing it today. She's hit a couple of threes.
And, you know, we've seen Coach Capobianco use her sparingly, but as a veteran and as a leader of this team, she gives so much more than playing time and minutes and statistics. But, you know, she's been in this situation more than anyone else on her team.
Whoa, nobody.
Miscommunication on defense by the veteran. And, you know, veterans are just as important as the up-and-coming young All-Stars because they know how to do it. They know how to make the big shots because they made so many in their life.
Sandalcini to rest. And the referee says she stumbled and lost her footing. Russ was hoping that a trip would be called. This is Mashadri knocking in her second three. That was her reputation. All the years. Even got her some minutes in the WNBA. But I can't imagine an Italian team not without Mashadri on it.
And you know, I think if they qualify for the World Cup,
she'll put her hand up
we'll
and
see
play.
her jersey.
Well, they get inside. Beautiful play from Vitola. Italy are just now porous defensively. The floodgates seem to have opened. But it's also because Latvia are getting the ball inside. Alzato thought about the step back, and Stenberga gets the block and brings it back.
And that's a bad shot from Dotto. There was 3 people on her. She's small. She's not going to be able to get her layup up.
No, offensive
Around.
foul.
Oh, really?
Offensive foul by player number 8. Luca Masciulo-Barber. Third personal foul.
Oh, Boschko.
So she has 3 fouls. You know, you see coach look over at her saying, hey, you know, you have 3 now.
That was before with Vitola. It's a tough shot she made.
It is,
wasn't it?
and that's great awareness of where she was. You saw her kind of look up, make sure she knew where she was, and to be able to use the backboard and score, it wasn't an easy layup.
She's a player. I like it, Vitola. Sandalcina. And now Costina called for a foul, bumping with wrists. And the Latvian, did they get tied up? 4 fouls. Boy, that is crucial. But on the other hand, she goes to the bench. They've got so much size. It brings more size back into the game, Laksa. So it's almost as if Latvia have been playing better with Laksa. Well, no, now Costina's going to stay out there.
And we know that Babkina has played. She didn't play a lot. She played 7 minutes, so we know that she is okay to play.
Mashadri again. She felt it, I guess, despite, again, you want to get inside. At the end of the day, you're such a good shooter, you got to give her that shot. If you're Italy, and Crippa, oh, just like before in our earlier games, Crippa comes out,
What does
makes
she do?
a significant play on defense.
She does. And
now
how
an
many times have we
unsportsmanlike
seen
foul.
that? You know, in my opinion, that must-win game for them against Hungary it was, right? She had that enormous strip on the rebound and is the reason they won the game. You know, if there's a play of a game, that was it. And we just saw her do it again here today.
I mean, Laksa has got to know that she can't reach out and grab Crippa to prevent her from running.
And that's just a frustration thing. And you have to be able to be in control of your emotions. And clearly she let herself go on that play.
Now, Crippa, she makes 1 of 2, but if Italy come out of here with just 1 point on this possession, they're going to be disappointed. Sandalcini into the lane, turns.
You know, it took her a little while to get some points on the board early in the game. So I'm not worried about her. She already has 17 points.
Laksa says, you know what? I'm going to put 1 up.
See, and this is where I feel like Italy needs to run with a little bit more rhythm because I think they are so good in that, you know, we call it semi-transition, not necessarily transition, wide open baskets, but semi-transition, you know, scoring in the first 10 seconds of a possession.
Nice pass, Sandalcini.
It was pretty good help side defense from Punina there. And you were just about to say Rest has to score that, right?
Yeah, she has to learn to
Plain
take
and
the
simple,
contact.
yep.
nice play again.
Again.
By Kripa. Dato, she's going to take it all the way. And really touch and go there. You're on a 2-on-3 break. You're going up against the taller player. I'm not convinced that's the right way to play, but, well, no, she's going up against Christina. It's not a giant.
No, but she is still, and that was good defense by Christina. And this is, you know, coaches say.
Oh, they've called.
Yeah, I think it was on maybe
Machadri.
she pushed when she was going for that offensive rebound. But, you know, coaches want their guards to be athletic, and one-on-one in transition is a pretty good shot. But I think sometimes you just need to pull it out. Oh, good defense.
Beautiful, beautiful read by Zandalicini now. She's just going to go. She's going to go to the basket. Great defense from Putnina. And
Very good
Zandalicini
defense.
wisely, and then Dato just makes an awful pass.
She actually passed it to the other team right there.
Both defenses starting to pick it up a bit, especially with Kripa out there for Italy. Vitala puts on the deck. Nice running shot, but off target. Maybe the key for Italy is to get that exterior pressure on Latvia. Zandalicini to open Machadri. Go! And again, often what you see with Italy when things are working offensively, it's Zandalicini who's involved.
Absolutely. You know, she doesn't just score for them. She does everything for them.
Bounce pass. Beautiful play. Doesn't finish. Brimmermane. Her pass to Putnina. Putnina's playing under control. Here she is. Look at that. Ooh, a little bit out of control there, but Vitala puts it up. And knocks it back at 53.
Maybe wasn't the prettiest of an offense by Latvia, but they stuck with it. They gave themselves 2 extra opportunities to score, and sure enough, they came away with 2 points.
Trip on the baseline. Missed everything. Final minute. This quarter has flown by. Christina has it, and you've got about a 4-second differential in the game clock and the shot clock. And watch, Satana should watch this. How Latvia are going to take it down as far as they can.
They can, because they do not want to give Italy an opportunity to score.
Christina gets in the lane. Good D from Dato. And now Zandalicini puts it up from long range, and oh, she almost.
She almost made that, and she was, you know what, 2.5 meters before half court?
Had that gone in, I would have had to throw down my headset and run out into the court, but it's knotted at 53. 10 to go.
We can't get it any closer than this. I told you it's going to come down to the last minutes, and that's what we're seeing. You know, everything's pretty even. 3-point shooting from Italy is great, but they're not forcing it, which I like to see.
Well, it is exciting stuff here. And again, when you have these spots open for the World Cup, it just really does add to the sense of urgency for both of these teams. And, you know, I think the good thing is that obviously they had a day off yesterday, because if they had to come back immediately the next day, even after the loss from Italy to Belgium a couple days ago, the coach said, listen, I don't need to tell my players anything. They know. They understand what's at stake.
You know, we said going into these quarterfinals 2 days ago, there's the medal round, and then there's another tournament that starts for those other 2 World Cup spots, and that's what we're seeing today. And you and I talked about this. We knew it was going to be close. We know everyone on the floor, everyone in the benches, they know what this game means to them and their country. And you know, it was tied at half. Latvia was down at half, but I knew it was going to be a close game, and I'm not surprised.
Nope. Short. And now Vasco has it. I like the toughness of Vasco. She's
edgy.
She had a difficult first half, but yeah, exactly.
She's just an edgy veteran player. Whoa.
Krastina!
They need her. Right now, if you can have, especially going into the fourth quarter, in such a close game, if you can have contributions from everyone, that's what you need. That's, you know, the team who has the most contributions, I think, is going to win this game.
Well, it's a big time. Satana back on the floor. And now Italy with just 2.4 seconds on the clock. Zandalicini catching a breather. Can't imagine she's going to be out long. Penna is into the game. Formica needs to put it up. She does, and she scores. The second time Latvia have given away points on an inbound play here in the half.
That's heartbreaking for Latvia because they actually played very good defense for 24 seconds. And then, you know, I think Formica, good awareness that she has to get the shot up.
Steinberger fouled by Kripa.
But this is what Kripa does. And actually it's easy for us to look at it after, but that was a close call, and she gets away with it. Sometimes it's a steal, but trust me, her playing like that is worth a foul every now and then because she does get her hand on the ball. She does come up with steals. And if not steals, she just disrupts the offense.
So the pass, Steinberger, and good deep from Pena, as well as Zandalicini stepping in. Satana. Pena gets into the lane, turns, puts it up, little jump hook. I think she's a candidate for more playing time, really, Pena. See how she develops. Put Nina. Krastina. Short, and that was early in the shot clock. You know, we talk about Latvia making that commitment to get the ball in.
From all 5 people who are out there.
This time Zandalicini goes one-on-one, and Kripa pushes off and then backs the ball out. So Latvia leading it by 1.
Another foul by Latvia Kripa. Third personal foul.
3 fouls as well on Kripa. But I suppose
play with it, you know.
her defense right now is just too important to
take
take out.
It is. You leave her in, and if she fouls out, she fouls out. But she's making it uncomfortable right now. Look at her pressure.
She's going to come out of the game. And you've got Vasco. And look at that. Kripa takes it. And Capobianco says, go back and sit down, Dato. She was going to come in. And she was literally just comes out and makes a play, and he has a rethink. So Pena's going to come back out with Machado.
And then so that's good to Vasco's support. I think, you know, this is your leader, your veteran, probably, you know, a co-captain, and 7.5 minutes. I imagine maybe it's just going to be she's on the bench for a couple of minutes because they need her out there.
So Satana. She was open. Not sure that was what they were looking for, but that's kind of her game. So you got to live with it. And now the ball by Viitala. She thought Krastina was going to get inside, and instead it's Zandalicini who, again, tried to do too much. And Krastina.
And you know, you talked about Zandalicini trying to do too much. She's going to learn. She's going to learn.
Steinberger drives in, and she draws the foul. Is it Zandalicini?
Yeah, she kind of slapped at the ball that I think actually hit Steinberger in the face here. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I mean, it didn't necessarily affect the shot, but
I think
she got slapped in the face.
I think Zandalicini was arguing about the other end when she turned it over. that she should have got a call, but I think you and I agree it was,
She forced it.
yeah, driving into about 4 players.
This is something that she is going to improve on in her game. So she is already so incredibly talented. She's actually going to get a lot of it. She's going to become better because she's going to become a smarter player and learn the game better. And that's just going to elevate her to another level. And she's already at a very high level.
Oh, big offensive rebound by Putnina, and that was a big mistake by Zandolacini with failing to box out. Oh, great defense from Viitala as well, getting both hands on the ball as Satana tried to get into the lane. And all of a sudden, it's Latvia that are making the plays. They say, you know what, we can be tenacious defensively as well. Laksa. Well, now Zandolacini in the open floor. 2 on. Oh, boy. She has been stopped. What defense that was by Steinberger.
It was great defense. She stayed in front. She didn't really bite on any of the moves. And it's just smart.
So a couple of times in a row. And it's big because Steinberger hits the long jump shot and takes Latvia to their biggest lead of the game, 5 points, forcing Capobianco to call a timeout. And we've been seeing in the braces of Zandolacini, but she's had a kind of a ropey fourth quarter here. A couple of times, you know, her decision making offensively. She's still got 17 to lead the way. So kind of on 10 and Masiata on 9.
This is what I was just saying. This is the highest, level that she has played at, and it is a smarter game. And she's going up. She's still only 21. She's a young woman who's going up against veterans who have, 200 games under their belt for their national teams. And I think it also might be a little bit of fatigue. We've talked about this, playing so many games and what she's had to do for this Italian team. It tires you out mentally, and that slows down your decision making. I didn't talk about this if she's going to hit a 3 right here, isn't she?
Well, in that one, she could have pulled up and taken a short jumper or just held up. Or she's not going to beat Steinberger, which Steinberger is, again, one of those savvy veterans that you're talking about.
Yeah.
As is Viitala, who is leading Latvia in scoring up to 15 points. And she's also got 7 rebounds.
She's really stepped up and played great for them tonight. Today.
Boy, Satana was wide open on the wing. And Masiadri didn't pass it to her, but passed it into traffic. And fortunately, a foul was called on Viitala. So Italy got the rub of the green on that one.
They did. They got lucky.
Oh, rest almost. Dato had her feet set, but short.
She's struggled tonight for them. She has 4 points, but 3 turnovers. She's 1 for 8. I think, well, Sotelo had shot that and missed. I would have said she should have made an extra pass. But you have to know where your hot hand is.
And Satana gets the hand on it. Ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought it might have gone off her knee, actually. So when we were reading this, the refs aren't allowed to go to the video right now.
No.
Whoa. So we're not going to see a replay. But I mean, both the refs thought it was white ball.
They give it to Laksa. Boy, she almost knocked it in. And Zandolacini, this triggers a break for Italy where they haven't been good, but this time she is able to get to the rim.
But you know what? She had better momentum that time. Last time she went up against Steinberger also, but this time she had better momentum. Steinberger was more on her heels, running backwards then. Where the last time, I think she should have gone to her pull-up or found her open man on the wing.
And Putnina, and again, Rest takes it right away, and all of a sudden,
I think she was just forcing that shot. I think she saw a little bit of a speed mismatch maybe, but good job by Rest.
really, again, good call by the referee, I think. Let him play. Zandalicini, step back, puts it up. It's good. It's a one-point game, and just like you said, don't worry, she'll figure it out. She's going to come back, and 23 points is, let's just change her.
MVP candidate.
Let's just change her middle name to Sensational, because she has been worth the price of admission.
She really has. And you know, that last shot she hit, the little step back, look right here. Look at this. She kind of goes, attacks, does a little side
Has a
back
couple of
step,
step backs. Yeah.
and do you know how hard that shot is? You know, it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of strength to be able to step back and then go straight up into your shot. And she has this down as a 21-year-old who hit that at the end of the game.
Very, look how many threes Latvia put up. 23, she's 34%. Italy at 43%. And Latvia have just taken control of the boards.
Yeah, they have.
You know, further to your point, you raised it. They're not allowed to go to look at the replay to see who the ball went off of. Satana thought she had forced a turnover. I can't remember who she was guarding. Was it?
It was on the post.
Podina maybe, but anyway, it doesn't. So, or Laksa. In the last 2 minutes of the fourth period, of the extra period, fourth quarter, they can review the video whether a shot for a successful field goal was released before the shot clock signal sounded, whether a shot, they can review it, see if a field goal was released before any foul was called, and also to identify if it's gone out of bounds, who it went off of. So that's in the last 2 minutes. Now quickly, good idea from Rest. Oh, look at the bounce. Oh, and the pass maybe. Come on, Satana. Look at Zandalicini.
No, you know, Sotana knows that wasn't her fault, and this is again. This happens. It's happened to me. It's happened to any basketball player I know. You're thinking about the layup before you make the catch.
Again, almost a turnover by Latvia. So you thought that was Sotana's fault, you said, or you thought it was?
No, I thought it was Sotana thinking. Oh, beautiful move.
Nice play by Podina.
Wow. I thought it was Sotana's fault. I think she was thinking about the layup before she caught the ball.
Right. Yes, passes. Podina read it beautifully, and great hustle from Dotto. The only saving grace out of that play for Italy, because Rest telegraphed the pass. They want to swing it as much as possible to try to get some looks, but
look at that move from your post player. She's right-handed, so for her to be able to spin baseline and then finish with her left hand, that's a beautiful move.
And that's a tough play for Latvia as well. The inbounds pass goes out of bounds, and it brings it back to Italy. Gives it back to Italy. The Latvian players on the bench, and we also saw Babkina, so I think it was more of a cameo from her than anything else. So even though she played, she's not really able to play at the level that they need her at.
And maybe, you know, maybe it was up to her too. They wanted to.
Beautiful play by Satana to pause, wait.
She kind of up-faked a little, which drew the defense, and then nice, perfectly executed pass.
And that's just unlucky by Vitola, because Ress's
she was tripping,
leg
actually,
just kind of
and you know,
clanged off of it, and she went down.
It almost should have been an easy 2 points. Not even going to the free throw line. So Italy's shooting 10 for 12 now from the free throw line. An excellent 90% free throw shooting team, but we have seen Italy miss some of the most important free throws. They ended up getting the win, but you know, Sotana went 0 for 2 with 14 seconds left in a game that they only had a 1-point lead with 14 seconds left. So this is when you have to be mentally strong and believe in yourself and have confidence. So look at this. You have Zandalicini fighting with Vitola, who is how much taller than her?
You've got a couple centimeters. Maybe
That's a
more.
tough matchup. I mean, look how tall Latvia is.
I'll tell you exactly. Satana, nice play by Satana to knife her way into the lane. Latvia have done a good job of collapsing and and double teaming and clogging the lane at times, but this time she just finds a way in.
And she does a good job of sort of cutting off, it was Aya Putinina who was guarding her, cutting her off once she had that footstep lead on her and putting on her back, and she just basically put Putinina in a situation where she was going to foul even if she didn't want to.
Okay, I was wrong. Viitola is 1.96 meters in height, and Zandalicini is 1.85. But I think she has some long arms.
I think she has some hops too.
She has some hops too, crucially. Oh, that's Dato. That is all Dato. And the Canadian referee is asking for assistance. And I think that should be Italy ball.
Because, you know, we have the advantage of a video replay right here. Let's see here.
That's got to be Italy. I mean, Vasco is already out of bounds when she grabbed the ball.
Yeah.
And that was costly. I'd have to see it again to be sure, to be honest.
Can the ref, when they don't know, but I guess, you know, the Canadian ref looked at her partner out on the court, and her partner, with no hesitation, said Latvia ball. But can they just not go to a jump ball when they don't know? And then it would have been Italy's ball, but.
And great defense again by Viitola. Rests. You can't fault her for taking the shot. I mean, she was trying to get a foul, trying to get something. And now Vasco.
So this Italian team.
Steinberger drives in. Viitola. It's online. Nope to the right. And Zandalicini. Now they can review the videos. Satana for three. And Viitola knocks it out of bounds. So, yeah, the point is, on that play, had it been 2 minutes or less, they could have gone.
They could have gone, and you know, we only saw it once quickly on replay, but I agree with you, Jeff. I think it actually might have been Italy's ball.
And Latvia got 2 points from it. But anyway, Satana goes behind the back, puts it up, and in. Boy, she has got some guts, doesn't she? She has got some moxie. 13 points. She's only 1 of 6 inside the arc, but you know what? She believes in herself.
She does. You know, I'm sure, actually, the Montpellier coach, where she is going next year, is the assistant coach for France. So I know he's been watching her, and he's saying, I like what I see sometimes. Not all the time. But the majority of the time, I like what I see, and I really like what I see.
No foul on Viitola. That is 4. I just think you have to take the good with the bad with players like Satana. I mean, she's exciting. She makes dynamic plays. She takes risks.
She does.
And you're going to hit spells of play where she's going to make bad decisions.
And you know,
I mean,
we're making it sound like half the time it's a good decision, half the time it's a bad. It's not. It's not. It's, you know, let's say 90% good, 10% bad.
Right.
It's, you know, by no means is she making consecutive ill decisions.
She wouldn't be a starter for Italy to Eurobasket women.
She wouldn't be a EuroLeague player.
Yeah, exactly. So, calm down, Georgia. We're not having a go at you. So, Italy have taken the lead, and Zandalicini is the person who made the crucial free throws there. Who will respond for Latvia? Putinina looks inside. Oh, it's gone on Viitola.
That was a great look, and I mean,
don't even think that Italy are the woods.
Oh, no. We've seen, do you know how long a minute is when the game is close? You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this last game clock minute takes us 6 real-time minutes to finish. This is a tough matchup for Aya Putinina, having to guard her so far out.
Oh, but she got a hand on it and look, but she certainly had a hand in the face.
So, you know, I know Zandalicini is one of the best jump shooters in this tournament, if not the best. But I think against Putinina, maybe she should have tried to attack her a little bit because she does have the speed advantage.
Vasco to Steinberger, bounce pass to Putinina, beautiful spin move. What a play. What conviction there. They did well defensively against Zandalicini, and a great pass from Steinberger. And Italy not able to defend. They got a little bit of a mismatch with Dotto on her. And again, Pudina has done terrific with her footwork, as you mentioned, and has been a real difference maker for this team.
I mean,
15 points.
that was a big time move.
Big time.
Big time. You know, it wasn't, by no means was it an easy move, and she scored. You know, that's that's a money time shot right there.
Do you know who we haven't seen today? We haven't seen Guarini at all.
Oh,
she played pretty well.
We haven't.
I thought she played pretty well.
She actually hasn't played at all. And you know what? We don't know. Is she injured? Is she hurt? Or you know, does she have a little injury where they think if she gets out there, she could really aggravate it?
Golly, but this is the exciting part of the
We
game.
also haven't seen Di Pretto.
Di Pretto, no? But it's an exciting part of the game, and it's also kind of a heart-wrenching because look at the faces over there. They know it. They know this is what it all comes down to for their teams. Are they going to be going to the World Cup or not? Well, Satana has it. And Zana Lassini's going to go baseline, and she's going to put up a shot. And
Oh my goodness!
And now Italy have to play D, and Latvia are going to call timeout and try to draw up a play. But that right there is just downright nasty. I mean,
MVP.
she's got.
Look at this. Look
she's
at
in
this.
the MVP talk.
Look at that. Do you know how strong of a move that is?
Unbelievable.
I mean, wow. That is a big time move. And just, she went with such confidence, and she was aggressive, and you know, and that's what I said the last time when she had kind of Aya Pudina guarding her out on the three-point line. I think she should have been a little bit more aggressive. But great call by the Italian coach to say, let's get her isolated on the wing. She ripped through, she swept the ball low and just took it hard against two Latvian defenders. I mean, you can't stop that. I think I'm getting a little too excited about Zana Lassini.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what? There's a lot of time left in this game, and we've seen Latvia has incredibly talented players as well. So Italy only has 3 fouls, and you know, I'm sure everyone on their team knows that they only have 3 fouls. So you have a foul to give, is what we say, right? And
Very important.
use the clock, but you have a foul, and make sure you foul when they are not in their shooting motion.
Boy, they've got to execute here. They have to execute, and they called. I was just about to say they have to avoid committing the unsportsmanlike. And that is personally for me, knowing the situation, a shocker. That is a shocker. How is he making that call in that situation unless it's blatant? You might have just prevented Italy from going to the World Cup.
I mean, if Italy doesn't win this game,
I mean, that
is heartbreaking.
I've got to bite my lip right now.
Because
unbelievable.
we say it evens out, but that is not a call. That is not a call, in my opinion, that a ref can make at the end of a game. I think we were too shocked to look at the replay. If they did show a replay.
Incredible.
So
incredible. It's taken the breath out of my, I don't know what to say, really.
It has. You know, here we're going to get a better look at it.
See, got it?
No.
She got her on the arm.
You know,
she tugged her on the arm.
She tugged her. I agree with you, but she was trying to wrap around and go. No, I disagree with this call. I'm sorry. You know, I know refs make mistakes, and I know it evens out, but I don't think you can do that at this time of the game.
To give them the benefit of the doubt, we would have to look again at the replay and again from another angle.
Yes.
But looking at the stats, but. Of all times, you know they have a foul to give. You know they're going to commit it.
And the refs know they have a foul to give.
You have to understand this is what they're going to do. And unless it's blatant, you certainly don't call it. Because your impact, I mean, it's just astounding how this can impact.
Okay, but so we talk about this. And there's a lot of time left. I think Italy's going to have to foul here early and then call a timeout to shoot a 3. So let's take this back here. So you're looking at an Italian team and you're saying this call went against us, you know, and if we disagree with it or agree with it, if Italy disagree or agree with it, you know, that is what it is. But guess what? Italy also had opportunities during the game to put this Italian team away. So you're going to remember this. And, you know, so it's unfortunate because if Italy does lose, you're going to remember this and you're going to say the refs really
you're right.
put us in a situation, you know, the refs lost us the game,
You've missed
let's
free
say.
throws. You've thrown bad passes that led to easy baskets.
You were up how many in the
first It's just that it's
second quarter?
magnified
Yes,
in this
of course.
situation.
Of course it is, and there's
it's
so much on the line.
The irony of all ironies is that the player, possibly the most electric player in the tournament that we keep talking about, Zandolosini, has committed the foul.
So
how many timeouts have they got, Italy?
So they definitely have so they have one timeout.
And do they want to call a timeout?
Yes, you have to, 100% you have to, because you're going to be down 2.
Oh, she missed both.
Okay, you got to go.
No, so she's missed it, and Dosso, she gets it to Masiadre, she puts it up, it rims out! It is heartbreak for Italy! Unbelievable! It does not get any more excruciating in every respect of defeat for Italy than this. And Capobianco does not shake the referee's hand who's made the call, the Spanish referee. And that is a tough pill to swallow for Italy. 68-67. And I got to be honest with you, I'm not going to say anything
my heart
else.
is aching a little bit for Italy right now. I have to be honest.
Catherine Ress, in all likelihood, has ended her career without going. But you also have to be happy for Latvia because they, for the first time, have a team going to a World Cup. This is a fantastic moment for the Latvian basketball. They had plenty of chances where they could have just folded up their team, gone away, and they showed what they are all about. They have won 68-67, and I think you really, for Latvia, have to stress the positives. The play of Putnina, the play of Vasco, the play of Vitola. I mean, it was, you know, I think they're in shock, really. And, you know, the way Latvia played at the Olympics in 2008, the way they got to the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament and their incredible Eurobasket campaign in Italy in 2007. Now, Latvian women's basketball is back on the map, and they will be in Spain.
Yeah, and, you know, you feel so bad for one team, but then you're so happy for another team. And both these teams put in so much hours, blood, sweat, tears, sacrifices, commitments. Look at Latvia. You know, both these teams are crying for different reasons, but let's talk about some of the players tonight. You know, you had Aya Putnina. She's stepped up 2 games in a row for Latvia, and she hadn't been having a good tournament. You know, I was able to talk to her, and she's not feeling good. Her shot's been off. She was huge for them tonight with 15 points. You have Vitola, who maybe went a little quiet in the second, but she did great for them in the first half. I mean, she stepped up. They play this kind of 3-2 zone, and she's the one at the top. She's the tallest player on this team, and she was the one having to guard the guard. So you see her importance and her skill set. Let's talk about the Zandolosini. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know, she is going to have a fan club after this tournament because she is, in my opinion, even with this heartbreaking loss, an MVP candidate. And Italy is not going away. They're going to have a team in the future. They have very talented younger players. So Italy is going to get their chance. It's hard because these World Cups only come around every 4 years. So some of these women for Italy, we're not going to see them again. And that's what's hard.
But can I just say something as well? And when it comes to refs, it's something that's taken very seriously. They're going to go back immediately and review these games. Coordinators are going to be pointing out things that are right and wrong. It's something they take seriously. And you know what? They may look at the replays and say, you know what, pal, you made the right call. I mean, I don't know. I need to see a unsportsmanlike foul.
And we need to see angles.
Prejudicial of us because we just haven't seen completely every angle. But there's no question about it. It is a tough pill to swallow for Italy. to lose effectively on a couple of free throws that were awarded by an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is the tough way to lose. You know, had Latvia come down and made this spectacular play and made this shot that won, that's different. That's a little different. It's a little different feeling. It's easier to swallow that kind of loss than losing this way.
Can I just say, this is a press conference that I am not going to miss. And I can also let anybody who's watching know that you can watch it live. It'll be live on YouTube. So congratulations to Latvia. Look at that. I mean, you know what? They're deserving as well. I mean, they've put in the effort and everything else. And the point has to be made that you have made that one play or one call does not decide the game.
It doesn't. It doesn't. So congratulations to Latvia. You guys deserved it. They didn't